Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Zelda speedruns. We're back here again with some Majora's Mask Randomizer. It is the final game of the final match of our Blitz Season 2 tournament. We got Natheirean and TheRealReliable duking it out for one final chance to take it all home. Commentating today's match will be Cube David, Fifth Whammy, and we might see Sky Goro at some point. Tracking today will be KCDA Games and Bucky34. Take it away, folks.
Thank you, Saber. And good evening, Termina. These are the final hours of Blitz Season 2. Grand Finals Game 2, winner takes all.
Of the season.
Yeah.
I'll just hope this will be a banger.
I'm hoping for a spectacular finale, and these are two runners who can deliver it. Natheirean on the left, TheRealReliable on the right. I think both of them made it to winners finals, so this is their third game together this tourney.
Yep, Reliable took the winners bracket finals and made it into grands from winners bracket side, whereas Nath duked it out with Tony Bigbind in lower brackets finals and rose up to fight Reliable again. Got game 1 and is now looking to close it out with the last game.
Yeah, we've got a pretty standard setup to start off. 20 rupees on the ledge, a small chest on the straw roof. And, you know, that's all we've got to go on as Natheirean and Reliable prepare to face the fairies one more time. It's been a fascinating format. So much has been on the table this season through these seeds. We've had required remains, we've had all sorts of shenanigans, and our clock is counting down.
Off we go.
All right. Now, this 20 rupees could be pretty helpful. One of the big changes this Blitz is every shop's got 2 extra items.
Yeah, Reliable immediately opting to grab that. I think it was a silver on Cafe's face.
A silver on Cafe. I couldn't tell what was on the day 2 check.
So we'll get a closer look from the Reliable side.
Natheirean opening north.
Was that a double silver on Cafe? I couldn't see the necklace properly.
It might have been. Well, Natheirean didn't have to peek at it for very long at all.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks, Shalinor and Cat. We're getting a red on the neck. First thing, Pamela's got a blue fairy. Wow.
Alright. Might come in handy after all. Seed will tell.
Yeah, Natheirean opening north. Instead of going for the Song Wall, who we've seen several runners try this season, going straight to the Dongos. Just a case sword, no stick support. Meanwhile, Reliable's got ice arrows, and I believe that TF South Grotto? Grass Grotto?
Yep. Exactly. Double timing already to day 2 with his classic opener. We'll go on to day 3 to open with range. And I already have a feeling that we might see TF Wolf with those ice arrows.
Imagine that. I feel like TF Wolves are very common in Blitz.
Yep. I also see a lot of seeds where ice arrows eat up the Wolves.
Natheirean survives to Dongos, gets an extra blue rupee. Though the 100 from the Dodongo drops more important in the early game, I'd say.
Yeah, especially with all those shops shuffled in West Clocktown.
And Real Reliable doubling to Night 2. We get a Mountain Village Fools except Song. Is this a ranch rush we're seeing from Reliable? Meanwhile, PFS, Way of the Hero on Natheirean's side, as he checks those northern gossips.
Alright, hand overload incoming. SCG Wolf.
West Clocktown. Horse race off the table.
Bros not.
Dog race gone.
And dog race nothing.
Stone Tower Temple, West Clocktown, usual suspects for sure.
That is true.
And we got a mirror shield on the Natheirean side. Was that Pillar Grotto?
Oh boy.
Tournament Field offering some later game progression for us so far.
Indeed, nothing that's immediately useful to us.
Yeah, the main spice of the seed so far, Blue Fairy on Pamela.
That's it so far. But of course, we're just 3.5 minutes in. Lots more to come.
P-Hatch just got 20.
There's a TF Wolf! Of course.
Ice Arrows and Mirror Shield, that's probably already fulfilled. That's every waft found between our runners.
Yeah, very early wafts so far.
Yeah, Natheirean gonna visit the Gossip Grotto. Well left path.
Yeah, well left has a Snowhead Fairy.
Wow. 2 tricky fairies in Upper Icona. 2 different colors. Section in chat confirms
Feels like we
Bossa
have a
Nova is
Nova
a starting
starting
song.
song.
Yeah.
Funny Wind Waker joke last. Oh, Foolish Shrine.
Well, that's
Always like to
something
see that, personally.
in Icona we don't have to worry about. But yeah, we know those Terminated Field Ice Arrows are waft. 3 different colors of fairies involved up there.
Pamela
real-
repeat.
Yeah. The real reliable, really fitting in those backwalks whenever they can. It's been a noticeable factor in their play late in this Blitz season. And it's going to save them some time. Backwalking is a faster way to get around. They're coming up on Milk Road, but still on day 1. Both runners have the horse race hens. We're not going to see that.
Yeah, opting to, I think, go for Room Res now.
Yeah, time of day is getting closer to room res. I mean, we got a full wallet and West Clocktown, and that's where Natheirean goes.
Yeah, makes sense. Just heading for the shops immediately. Likelihood of the shops having a WAF item is extremely high. Oh, and there likely is already with the Deku.
There's Deku and a room key. Swamp Archery dead. Via the Doggy Racetrack Gossip. Alright, Natheirean spending 90 to pick those both up. And that's our first transformation mask. Very, very, very likely WAF.
Yeah.
I think it's theoretically possible for Deku to not be WAF, but we haven't seen it this tourney, and... Let's see, was that a straight
really
fairy in the
rare.
upper right in Trading Post?
Yep. Another one on the tree in North Clocktown.
That looks green to me.
That is indeed very green.
First fairy pickup of the race. Alright. Thank you, Shalonor. So we've
Yes,
got...
I think 3 green fairies known already.
Indeed, and we got a Moon's Tear on Clocktown Tingle. That's not technically in logic, but for 5 rupees it's a bargain.
Absolutely. Green potion, sadly without a bottle.
Yeah, well, let's keep an eye on Resmix up here. Reliable opted to go to day 3 is going to miss out on Resmix up for a while longer. One of the biggest consequences of our early divergence between the runners.
And now double timing to night 3. For the Clarktown Stray Ferry and the staff room.
Yeah, the only immediately usable item we have so far is Deku. And only Natheirean has that.
Yep. Reliable will need to wait a little longer, though. I think we might see a shop check just before turning in the rupees into bank.
Yeah, Bomb Shop will stay open all night. Well,
Meh.
he has to
Didn't
spin
ask me.
attack in the staff room. And a stockpot in check that Natheirean's getting now. Red rupee.
Bedroom res. And that concludes day 1 for Natheirean. As he's like going for day 2 with a little nap before Granny.
Yeah, and Blitz, we don't have to wait around for Old Lady. Liable gonna check that. Checking that Moon's Tear for us. Not much there.
And looks like we're taking a look at the shops from Reliable, getting a Snow Ferry, and then we'll also just go to Bomb Shop afterwards.
Reliable goes ahead and buys that green without seeing what's in Bomb Shop.
Yeah, we'll miss out on the room key likely. Gonna have to route that in later.
Yeah, got a decision to make here, and Deku over room key. Almost certainly. Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
Of course, Natheirean does have that room key in his outside stock butt in. Did we see Natheirean check that?
I don't think so, but I also can't remember. I think it's like is checking. Staff room might do. Okay, we already checked it. Thanks, Bucky.
Okay. Yeah. Natheirean had the double for the staff room. Chat confirms that room key was junk. So where do the runners go now? I mean, the early game sweep has only really bought you Deku. And it, you know, it is literally bought you Deku. You had to pay 50 rupees for it.
True that.
I mean, Southern Swamp Potion Shop and its environs. Maybe the most compelling option going forward. Reliable taking advantage of the song wall to start cycle 2. He's passed on to Dongos. Natheirean doing the ranch circuit. One Tree being dead is a decent hint here. You're facing the prospect of going south without a bow in hand.
Not much punishment as of now from going swamp without a bow.
Yeah. Curiously, Deku doesn't immediately lock a lot so far. Deku Playground, though, is now available.
Yeah, Deku Playground will be interesting to see when our runners will route it in. I think we haven't seen Transformation Ferry or like Nocturne Ferry at all yet, right?
Right. Both runners have picked it up.
Yeah. So I might see Deku Playground in combination with that. Be my guess.
They are right next to each other. And Transformation Fairy is another check that Deku would unlock right now. Look at that shot of the moon on the Natheirean side. Yeah, I mean, we speed through a lot in NMR because of all the various cutscene skits, but, you know, the menace of the moon, still comes through here.
Yep.
You're never not under the clock in Majora's Mask. And we are going to see a visit to Transformation Fairy on Natheirean's side. Deku Playground is right there and very doable. Does not close until
Indeed.
midnight.
Nothing on the transformation check.
Just a piece of heart. I think as long as Natheirean transforms back before talking, should get the other check. Okay,
Yeah.
Blue Fairy.
Number 2 that we know of.
Yeah. No
With
sign
the
of
other
pink
one
fairies or
being
yellow fairies.
far out of reach for now.
Alright, Natheirean just proceeding to Deku Playground. It is sometimes hinted, but we've already seen 5 of our 7 sometimes hints, so there's a decent chance it's not going to be hinted. And with a waff Deku Mask in hand, I like the idea of committing to it here. We're going to get our first observatory trip. And of course, with TF Waff Seed. I don't think Reliable peeked the hideout chest.
I did it by side hops, and judging by them equipping the fairy mask, might have been a small gilded. Though I absolutely couldn't tell what it was.
Was a really non-conventional peek, but it saves a few seconds. If Reliable did get the peek. While Natheirean coaxed the rupees off their platforms, but 2 of them are going to stay stuck on. I'm going to feel business scrub entering the grotto. We don't have a wallet to get it yet.
At least you can peek it though. But it might be a while till we can actually get it. Okay, nothing on playground.
Huh. So south is calling. Even west is calling. So only 1 check there in the grotto so far.
Yeah.
We're going to be sent afield. So I don't think we have not seen Swordsman's School, we have not seen Postman's Game.
Yep. That is
Those
correct.
Yeah. Swordsman's School, Sphere Zero check. Postman's Game locked behind Bunnyhood, logically, but Reliable not interested in either one.
Yeah, just gonna go for the dongles and probably gonna finish off bank 1 of that.
I'm not sure how many of our runners have talked to the Guru either.
First time we see Guru, I think, from either of them. And a magic.
That's first projectile.
Yep.
Yeah,
Deck Wells is first projectile. Definitely not something you see every day.
Yeah, I mean, Blitz Season 2 has shaken up openings enough that it's not uncommon to see Guru pushed off, and today he had an important piece of the puzzle. Right, and Natheirean's had enough of the central regions, is heading south immediately. The Deku Bubbles don't do that much down south except for popping the Tingle for the Snowhead map purchase.
That's Honey and Darling dead. Road is on Swamp, Gossip Stone.
That's the 6 sometimes. We've had a very good spread of hints. The only hints left are a third Evolution, as happens sometimes. Alright. Natheirean farming the rupees here from the bushes outside Swamp Archery. Yeah, of course, the Tingle and Milk Road now offers 2 checks as well.
Yep. Indeed. Of course, not really attractive to go back at the moment because it is a warp and nothing else in the ranch region that we can get.
Yeah. Both our runners have already visited Ranch, and Horse Race is hinted dead. Not a lot left to pull runners there. South, on the other hand, has a whole shop and a couple extra checks besides.
Yep. Oh, is that Big Man? That's Big Man!
FD on the tree. Yeah. Good tech from Natheirean sneaking past the last bat there.
Yeah.
And a Gibdo Mask as well.
Just missing a hookshot for a Kana access.
You know, for a dead Swamp Archer, Road to Southern Swamp has certainly paid out. You know, we've still got Tingle. Reliable not rushing south quite yet is going to try Swordsman School.
Just money on Tingle. So far.
Well, we won't turn down a purple rupee in the pursuit of Bank 1.
Oh, absolutely not.
A 30 rupee profit for Natheirean as we approach Southern Swamp. There's something interesting up there on the roof.
To be honest, I could not tell what it was, though.
Yeah, a land tablet would have put it into logic. Yeah, there's arrow pickups in the pool. Sword would be more interesting. Postman's game from Reliable. As Natheirean has his eye on the Mystery Woods and Potion Shop.
Oh, first Pink Fairy on Postman.
That's not an easy one to route in later, because that game's only available on day 1 unless you turn in later to Cafe, and then, well, day 2 isn't that much better for late game availability.
Yeah, no.
Reliable might be very glad to have that in their pocket when the end game comes around.
Yep. Also looks like Reliable really doesn't want to go south for now. Oh,
Bubbles,
that's a very convenient red potion bottle.
First bottle, and it's a bottle of red potion in the Mystery Woods. French vanilla red potion. Very welcome find for Natheirean. Meanwhile, Reliable going to try that Deku Bubble logic out on Bomber's Hide and Seek. Yeah. Super welcome find. It means our runners won't have to double back for Kwome. Reliable will get that too very easily when they make their Mystery Woods push. You know, so yeah, we've diverged 20 minutes in. Natheirean's decided to push south. Reliable's decided to linger in Clocktown a little longer. And so far, Natheirean is coming out ahead on that deal. Except for that Pink Fairy on Postman's game.
Yeah, have to see how that affects that game.
I mean, we could have a significant reversal of fortune here if Bomber's hide and seek pays out. And there we have it. Bombers, do you have at least one number right? And they have a frog.
Borg. I guess at least the 3 is in the correct spot.
Yeah, 1 out of 5 isn't bad. Bombers is done. Reliable is routing it cleanly into Transformation Fairy and Deku Playground. And Transformation Fairy, or non-Transformation Fairy, will award a Blue Fairy. But, yeah, nothing on the Deku Playground.
Alright, time to take a nice ride to the swamp.
Right. Very good catch from chat. Natheirean, thanks to that bottle, can now go to Poison Swamp. Has to ride the boat. No other way to get there, but MMR considers that logical access. And you've got a song up there. You've got
All of Deku
Pink Fairy
Palace,
Intel.
the Woodfall checks.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
is
of course,
very
Pink Fairy
clearly the line of
knowledge.
play. So, barring some miraculous second option hiding in the Great Bay Coast Grotto or some other out-of-the-way check, this seed really wants you to follow that line down south. And Natheirean's a little ahead on that line right now. Still very early, and anything can happen in a Blitz mid-game and endgame for sure.
Yep.
And
Of course, we
Reliable's
catch,
investments may very well pay off with that Pink Fairy, but time will tell.
Exactly.
No navigation aids for the Deku Palace here. Just a Deku Mask and a Dream. Good work getting through the guards.
It's a gilded in Deku Palace Grotto. And a bomb back on Bean Daddy.
First bombs. That would get us hideout access to the chest
True.
there. And I don't believe we had anything of note on Business Scrub. Unless there was a bomb bag on for sale there. I did not fully catch the text.
Neither did I, honestly.
If it's a bomb bag there, then it's an expensive bomb bag. Especially with a free one in Deku Palace.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh.
And a first bow. That's north access as well for Nath.
Wow. Southern Swamp was the way in the early game here. So first bow,
Reliable
first
has some
bombs,
catching up
bottle.
to do in that regard.
Yeah. I mean, after Natheirean finishes the swamp trip with trips to the Woodfall Owl and the Pink Fairy Fountain, you know, North is now an option. Thanks to that bow bombs combo.
Yep.
Yeah, this is... The Blitz Season 2 format is actually Fairy Hunt. There are, 4 sets of 5 fairies scattered throughout the tournament. Now, you start with the other 10 of each. You've got to complete 2 of the sets, get 2 remains. That'll get you Moon Access and Majora to win.
Definitely nice shake-up. intrigued me enough to play the settings myself.
Yeah, backwalking is faster as Human Link. It's even a little faster as a transformed Link. So backwalking is pretty common when racing here. Reliable in particular has been weaving it in wherever they can. And that was Song of Healing on the Imprisoned Monkey.
One more check available in GBC now with Mikau.
Yeah, we can now heal Macau. Healing Camaro is off the table when Blitz is a midnight check. Also, we have that blue fairy on Pamela, and Song of Healing going to be relevant for that. Reliable starting their south trip. Here we're seeing near Southern Swamp Grotto, or near Spiderhouse Grotto, Stone Mask after the
That would have
fact.
been useful in Deku Palace, but alas.
Yeah, has no logical meaning, but our runners like to see it. Quicker Deku Palace, really handy in an uninverted Stone Tower Temple if you don't have lights. Clean lily pad jump from Natheirean. Not an easy trick, that one.
Especially without Zoro. Ooh. Almost
Yeah,
getting
so
knocked down by the Dragonfly.
These are aggressive
They would have
dragonflies.
Would have at least respawned up there.
Yeah. Yeah, and, Natheirean stayed on too, which helped. 3 more checks here in Woodfall. We'll get Pink Fairy intel.
Red potion refill.
If you find a lens, you could actually take that to Shiro.
True.
Reliable getting their first red potion. Remember, it was in Mystery Woods Grotto. So Natheirean's going to come to the end of this line. He's going to learn about Pink Fairies. And they've got a few choices to make. But North clearly has the density lead now of Bone Bombs. The only problem here is that both runners are on day 2. Blame that Woods Grotto. And you can only access the Goron shop as a human on day 1. So if our runners have North on the mind, we may very well see a cycle. Maybe a deposit.
So, yeah.
Yeah, maybe deposit those full wallets to get to Bank 1, or get closer to Bank 1.
I don't know how much Nav currently has stocked up.
The Deku Mask and the other items for sale in West was a hit on the rupee reserves for sure.
Absolutely. Alright, information time.
Stockpot in.
Great Bay Temple, PFS, and East Clocktown. And we know about the West Clocktown one.
Well, we've already seen room keys, so Stockpot in's gotta be A&M at this point.
Yep, nothing else left.
So we need A&M for pinks. East Clocktown. It could be the small gilded in.
Oh yeah, true, and the small gilded in.
I don't think we got a shimmer in. Yeah, I don't know if we got a shimmer when Reliable put on the mask, though. I mean, that could be behind Couple's mask. That's probably a worst case scenario. Toilet Hand is actually not in play in Blitz. It's junked. Thanks to having to wait till midnight for it. Yeah, 260's there. At least that one's an easy grab once you have Goron. Honey and Darling hints at dead. Town Archery can do it. It's expensive, but you could use the GFM to get a shimmer and confirm it's there before you go for it.
True.
Yeah, Natheirean's only got 59 rupees in bank.
Yeah, basically nothing going on there.
Keeping 42 in hand is this a West play?
It looks like it. At least gets to peek the TF checks.
Yeah. Good catch from Shonor in chat too. Madame Roman Bar could have the pink fairy, and that would require both Cafe's mask and the letter to Mama.
Yep. That would certainly be nasty.
So we're not sure what pinks defend on, other than that A&M. Now, thanks to the bombs in the bottle, Natheirean has... I'm counting... First look at 5 checks out this way. The Grotto... Tingle's got 2. That we haven't seen. Lapfish, and then... Zora Cape Grotto. So decently dense, and you avoid the pickle of having to cycle for your Goron shop. Good thinking from Bucky. There is a way to the Ocean Fairy Fountain if you use your ice arrows cleverly. Though, do you have to be a tall character for that? I can't remember.
Absolutely not sure.
I thought you might have to be a tall character. Well, we'll find out. Bow for Reliable, making their way through Deku Palace. Great Big Coast Grotto didn't have anything. Yeah. So I'm not sure there was any way around going Southern Swamp first in the early game here.
Nope. There absolutely wasn't. Hard funnel into Swamp for the seed.
Now the Stone Tower map purchase here is an exclusive. The other Tingle purchase could have been done at Milk Road. Nothing special. Natheirean doesn't even want to spend the seconds on a 10 rupee profit.
Nope.
Off the purple rupee purchase. Oh, there is one more check that I overlooked on this West Play. Macau.
Oh, right. We have healing after Deku Palace. Okay, screen.
And there's our first yellow of the seed.
It's time to save our fish friend.
Yep. I'm gonna use that healing. Checks are thin enough right now that makes sense. You had a healing in hand from a Deku Palace that I don't think you can really avoid. Yeah, the other main play right now is to go north with that bow and those bombs. There's also that grotto in Iconic Graveyard lurking. It's all on its lonesome, really.
Yeah, really unattractive to go to Graveyard. But who knows, maybe hard required to do so.
It could happen, it'd be messy.
Running, but would be all the more fun for us.
What does Macau have? A bean. There's a bean in Macau's heart. We could already buy those. Poor guy. Maybe we won't mention that at his funeral.
Man got robbed of his beans.
We'll take the bean with us because Macau's grave is not a soft spoil spot. It could be employed on the Great Pecos Cliff, but we would need Hookshot to actually take advantage of that. And that's a powder keg over in Woodfall. I'm not sure we mentioned that on stream.
I don't think we
to
have.
be fair, Powder Keg's role is... Yeah. In our defense, Powder Keg's role is greatly diminished in Blitz Season 2 with Romani's game off of the checklist and no ranch cows either. Best use for it is...
Best it can substitute for is an expensive bomb replacement. Single use at that.
Yeah, and possibly Keg Castle. We get our 7 sometimes. Iron Knuckle Chest is an empty bottle. Yeah, the best is in quotation marks when I talk about Keg Castle. That's not something any runner really wants to do. Well, Reliable decided to do some extra searching around Clocktown. We had some visits to Swordsman School and Postman's Game and Bomber's Hide and Seek. Natheirean went south earlier, and south had progression. Yeah, the one slight payoff is a Pink Fairy on Postman's Game, which may be valuable to have in the pocket just because the time of day for it is tough for a late game regrab. But yeah, the fate of Pink Fairies is going to hinge on where that All Knight's Mask is, and if the ECT Pink Fairy is behind Couple's Mask or on something messy like Madame Aroma and Bar.
There's a swamp deed on Ranch Map.
Was that a swamp title deed? Wow. Was it on Tingle? I saw it being grabbed, but...
it was on Ranch Map.
Yeah, but that day 1 requirement for Goron Shop is going to loom in Reliable's mind too, it looks like. So they're also heading west.
It doesn't need a small gilded. Okay, there is the...
Alright, there's the Pink Fairy.
Ferry.
It was on the hideout. Alright, that's good news for Pinks. Now we just really need an All Knight's Mask. If you can get the GPT, you should be able to full clear it, except... Well, I mean, the only catch is if there's, you know, an ice requirement, but we already have ice. And fires are logically required, but not really practically required. Yeah, Observatory was one of Reliable's investments on that extended Clocktown stay. We're going to see a bit of equalization of time here.
I think the cycle just screams north now.
Was that a cycle from... Yeah, a cycle right away.
It was.
Not interested in the Terminated Field Business Scrub. I mean, you don't have a wallet on one hand, and the other hand, Terminated Field is a WAF location. I mean, the WAF is already fulfilled, so... It's probably not more likely to have something from the runner's perspective. But if you ever need to go back, it's you know, a significant time investment to get back there. I mean, you're taking a chance for sure.
Yeah,
it won't
I mean, in this
stay
case,
in Natheirean, we know that on stream.
I think it pays off, but certainly reckless.
I believe Natheirean had north on the mind. And a purple from Moon's Tear. Pretty relevant right now. Those Goron shop items cost 40 each. And we don't have light arrows to really help us farm money. Natheirean could opt to stop by Dodongo's on his way there. Doesn't have, I don't know, burgeoning bank right now. Since this was a double elimination bracket, TheRealReliable made it through without losing a game. So he starts a game up, and Natheirean had to win game 1 to get a bracket reset. These two actually faced each other in winners finals too, so this is their third game together. They're at 1 each. The bracket has been reset. It is winner take all.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep, here is Natheirean wanting that extra 50 from this Dodongo here. He isn't able to use the song wall because the song wall is only available from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. At least the 60 rupees on there are only available. If you do it other times, well, you won't get as much of a payout.
That's actually something I didn't know
Yeah,
yet.
it's the second time this season. Yeah, it's the second time this season Dodongo's taken Natheirean down to 1 heart, but 1 heart is not 0, so Natheirean gets to keep going. Yep, our settings start everybody out with a shield, so... You know, if your Dodongo jump slashes go sour, you'll always have that to fall back on. Reliable, going to recoil into the water here.
Opting for cringe swim for the Zora Hall shop items.
It's going to cost some time. Zora Hall is out of logic. And if only 59 rupees in hand, Reliable could not buy the left item right now. I mean, he'll have the owl. But yeah, it is going to cost Reliable time.
And was that a blue fairy on the 90 check?
It might have been. I wasn't able to catch it. I was looking at that swamp title deed that Runnigan.
Okay, Saber confirms the blue fairy on the 90 rupee check.
Alright, so that's 3 blue fairies accounted for, 2 of them available right now. Well, actually Zora Pole isn't logically available yet, but... Meanwhile, Natheirean going to talk to Baby Goron to set up Elder Goron. Third item was not shuffled. Well, middle item... I didn't see the middle item, but Reliable did not purchase it. Middle item was just a piece of heart. Okay.
Nothing of interest.
Yeah, Reliable is going to get to the song wall in time to use it. And there's Goron in the Goron shop. Though Natheirean does not have the rupees to pick up Keaton Mask.
that Donker
Nevertheless,
kill
Goron and Goron
Reliable
Shop, a good
will have the
find.
luxury.
Yeah, Reliable's already bought the Swamp title, dude, so could pick up Keaton here. The Mountain Village Foolish doesn't technically disqualify Keaton. If Keaton were to lock Snowhead Temple completion, or at least the Northern Temple completion, no matter what it is, we do have Dungeon ER on, then that particular instance of the Keaton quiz would be foolish, while the others could have something useful. Goron does open up half the Snowhead, so one more check there in the grotto. CCG is available, Punch Rock's available in Road to Icona. We're gonna get a wallet
That's
too.
a wallet in Let's Cave.
Natheirean might be regretting leaving that business scrub behind now.
Yeah, though I don't know if he's ever gonna come back for it unless he's hard bottlenecked into that, which we already know he won't be.
Well, Natheirean didn't
just
have a
as good.
choice, didn't have the rupees. So it's going back. This must be for Zoe Grotto.
Yep.
Huh. Twin Island Sink. Yeah, you know, now that Natheirean's invested some in Clocktown, the time gap has lessened considerably. Crying Mask in Zoe Grotto for Natheirean. Natheirean gonna keep rolling. This is gonna be a trip up half to Snowhead.
Yeah, get the old statue, peek the pillar item, and of course get the grotto.
Yeah, and we're back to not having a lot of checks available.
Yep.
Still don't have a dungeon access, don't have more song access.
Zoe Grotto is
Zoe
the
Grotto is the grotto.
Island.
Yep, is the one up the slope. As the story goes, the developer of Majora's Mask Randomizer helped discover the logic for that, if I remember correctly. Because you could use the hook shot when combined with Scarecrow's song to get there.
Interesting. The Road to Snowhead did
Natheirean did
have
secure
the
a sword
upgrade.
upgrade from... Yeah. So it's valuable for combat, but not valuable for progression, and... Right now we're on the hunt. Now, Natheirean does not have Bank 1, does not have the Termina Field Business Scrub. Has a little extra hunting to do.
Yeah.
Could play for
Like a road
TCG, but needs
Icona
rupees
now.
for that, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. This might be RTI with rupees on the way.
Yep, grabbing those 40 on the pillar.
Yeah. I mean, Punch Rock into Iconic Graveyard Grotto. I don't think did we get a peek at the pillar?
We did not, as far as I know. That is a big gilded, it seems.
They were planning to double back all along. So big gilded, that's going to require the hook shot. I mean, the big ticket items were missing fire arrows, light arrows, hook shot, and Zora. Probably the most pressing exclusions right now. They're what's
Yeah.
going to lock the most. Captain's Hat is out there somewhere too. Alright. Now Natheirean has to jump back to Observatory, has to call down the scrub. We had a big chest on treasure chest game. MMR 116 added that little map on the right side showing the positions of the blocks, and
Oh god,
the
that's
Reliable's
an
had a mess of a
annoying
maze.
maze.
Wow. Improvises very well, rolling through.
And
Gets
there's
it done,
hook
gets the
shot.
hook shot. Good pickup for Reliable. And now has a very narrow lead. After the early game swamp delay did not go his way.
Yeah. Yeah, as Chad points out, that is a
And
counter
now
access
the seed's
now
going to
with
open
Nick
up.
Mask. We'll also get us our information about the rest of the yellow fairies. Does give us act. No, wait,
Upper
we don't have
Icona,
access
fully
yet.
in logic.
Yeah, I was about to say we have access now
Yeah,
to
we don't have
Duplications as
Elegy,
well, but
but
no, we're still missing Zora. Okay, that's the second
yeah, that
yellow
Zora.
fairy.
Okay. Was on the RTI pillar. Natheirean right behind Reliable and securing that hook shot. Reliable going to double to take advantage of the bubbles here. To boost across those fences. We'll also be able to visit Graveyard Grotto on the way if he wishes. The trouble is there's not a lot to do in Iconic Canyon right now. There's the Secret Shrine Grotto. Shrine itself is off the table, and we don't have light arrows anyway. We do have Pohut. Right, third foolish is South Clocktown. Too little, too late. If we full cleared that place already. Thanks to that early Moon's Tear on Tingle.
Yep.
Reliable's going to stop by. We're going to get a key to peek. That was a quick peek. Was there a gilded?
It was
On the edges
gilded,
there?
yeah. I just don't know whether big or small. But gilded for sure. Okay, that's a combat upgrade we want to see for the seed with GFS.
So, quadruple damage relative to a K-sword, and double damage versus that Razor Sword. Our runners will be happy to see that.
Absolutely, definitely not saying no to that.
Yeah, the only soft clock time that isn't really peekable is that Deku trade for the Moon's Tear, and we got a Moon's Tear on Tingle, so... SCT is a closed book. Our hints are a closed book. We have them all. Except for the fairy hints. And yeah, both of our runners heading to Icona now. Natheirean also going to secure the GFS. Reliable going to give us a peek on Scrub Ledge. Yeah, Iconic Graveyard still has a lot of secrets with that Gilded on Kita and that Captain's Hat still at large. We already have healing in hand, so the remaining song checks have gotten that much stronger. Zora Cape East now open to us. Blue Fairy Intel now open to us too.
Can get that out of the way as well. Alright, 2 in Snowhead Temple. And 1 in GBT.
1 in
For
Great
the
Bay Temple.
yellows.
That's a Temple Heavy Fairy set. You can get the first 2 yellows right now, Labfish and RTI Pillar. Both runners, in fact, possess them. GBT also has a pink fairy.
GBT
So
entrance
that might
cannot be
be...
checked just yet, as we're still missing Zora. To play Bossa
Yeah,
Nova for
we
this
actually
battle.
don't have... We don't have dungeon access yet. But that GFS is going to be paying itself off almost immediately, as Reliable is going for Pohut. Natheirean just a minute behind. Not opting for Pohut once Shrine Grotto. Yeah. GFS here really enabling some superb Pohut tech and exquisite bomb timing from Reliable.
Making very quick
sidestepping
work
the
of
arrow
the
guessing game here. Sub-minute Pohut. Superb
for a piece of
performance
art.
for a piece of art. So, as Bucky points out that the well is open to our runners, happy 1 hour, everybody. This is MMR on ZSR. The Blitz Season 2 Grand Finals, winner take all. I'm Fifth Whammy here with Cube David. We've got Bucky on tracking, KCD Games making a tracking debut, welcome in, and Saber on Restream. That's your team bringing you the show. And thanks to all of you in chat for watching. Thanks to our runners, Natheirean and the Real Reliable, for providing MMR play that is better than my pronunciation.
Speaking do be hard sometimes.
It's an adventure for sure. You're making your commentary debut. How do you like it so far?
I mean, just like MM, it's been chaotic so far, but I do like it here. And also,
There's
very interesting race to debut with commentary for, since it is the final Blitz Season 2 race.
And, for what I can say, you're doing a very fine job so far, Cube David. We're happy to have you in the booth. And Natheirean gets a bottle of gold dust in the meantime. And Natheirean had the opportunity to get Blue Fairy intel, but is turning it down. I mean, there's only 2 Blue Fairies left out there. And that's right, chat. The mystery just came out. And Natheirean going for an out-of-logic Hot Spring Water grab. Hot Spring, well, getting it this way is out of logic, but Hot Spring Water itself is very much in play. You can get it from the well. Natheirean doesn't want it from the well. Natheirean would rather deal with Lensless Climb, and I empathize.
If
But,
just Fort Spring Water, you'd rather do Lensless Climb.
Yeah. but hot spring water is in logic. We have a Goron mask. We could have gotten it from the well. Oh, did Reliable forget to talk to Baby Goron to set up Elder Goron?
I don't know.
If they walk in, they're soaring right back out. We were so caught up in Lensless Climb that...
That looks like a well play to me. Reliable.
Yeah, this is going to be for a blue potion. A well play. I mean, Left Path Well has a Snowhead Stray Fairy.
Yep.
And a way to grab Hot Spring Water. And the Hot Spring Water Grotto provides a couple's mask. Oh. Natheirean is going to secure Elder Goron's Song. This is in logic by way of Well Hot Spring Water.
Alright, what song you got for us, Elder Goron?
Yeah.
It is Sonata. So we are able to get the guild chest off of Kita now. And of course open with
That's
full
key to
temple
access.
entrance.
That's dungeon access. Now,
Which F is going for immediately.
Woodfall Temple, the only clearable dungeon right now. Dungeon entrance rando is on in Blitz Season 2. We don't know if this is Woodfall.
What is it gonna be for Nath?
Alright.
It is Snowhead.
Reliable going to open up the door to Hot Spring Water, but it's going to pick up the third green fairy first. Once you have that Hot Spring Water in hand, you got to soar out. Snowhead has some items open.
Yep.
That's the fourth green in Snowhead Temple. We have 4 green fairies, all logically available.
Just no lullaby to
just
get
one
the
away.
location of the last of them, or to even turn them in.
Yeah, the green
the
fairies are always tough because they're locked behind a song. The turn-in is.
Yeah.
And there's Zora.
Mask
Wow.
Go ahead. So we do now have
Big
access
find
to
for
our
Natheirean.
Great Bay Temple entrance as well now.
I'm not sure there are actually any OOTMM rando tourneys going on. It's a big rando.
It really is. Alright, and with that, Zora must we also have Pirate's Waters available to us now. Especially with that PFS WAF in play.
Yeah, PFS is WAF. It's gotta lock something that locks 3 fairy sets. You're thinking fires, you're thinking lights at this point. Probably lights because of that Stone Tower Temple WAF. And then maybe Stone Tower Temple locks Fire Arrows or Captain's Hat for the WAF there.
Very possible.
Natheirean's Dip has already awarded Zora
there's
Mask
All
and
Might's
A&M.
Mask.
That's gonna be a pink fairy set completion once you find Great Bay Temple.
Yep. Very true.
And of course, we have 2 yellows right here in Snowhead Temple as well. So if you can find Great Bay Temple, and you possibly find Fire Arrows, if one of the yellow fairies is on Goat, then you have a pink and yellow fairy set completion. Now, without Fire Arrows, Natheirean cannot full clear Snowhead Temple, but he's not going to quibble with the results so far.
Looks like
Now, Reliable has
is
secured...
opting for the second use of Sonata by going to Graveyard for Kia.
We're going to get a key to check. There's a Gilded Chest on there. The trouble is we have 2 unfulfilled wafts, and, you know, not a lot of required items left. There's not much left on the table that can't be in Sewer or Stone Tower Temple. But we're going to find out here. Reliable going to try. Gita. But right now, Natheirean sitting in the driver's seat of this race as we approach 110. We haven't seen any of the 2 yellow fairies in Snowhead Temple
not
yet. It's possible they could be both behind Goat.
Oh, and that's Romani Mask. Unfortunately,
Oh.
absolutely nothing. Okay, that's one of the yellow fairies.
Gita strikes out as Natheirean secures a yellow. Romani's Mask locks nothing in these settings. It does offer extra flexibility when routing in Madame Aroma and Bar, but we're not sure there's anything there. Okay, Reliable's now in pursuit. He's going to find what Natheirean found in Snowhead Temple, but Natheirean is done. There's a few minutes on Reliable now. With Zora in hand, is going to pursue PFS Waff. Yeah, I mean, we could see Captain's Hat here. We could see Light Arrows here. I mean, the trouble with Light Arrows is that Secret Shrine is dead, and you don't have Stone Tower access. No elegy. I mean, there is a song you can get, though. We have access to, you know, Baby Zoras now.
Can get the Zex now.
Yeah, Natheirean is a bottle up on Reliable. Yeah. Second bottle, too. So Natheirean's got an advantage there. Of course, it might still have gold dust in it, so...
Yeah.
It's... Pirates get the better of Zora. Link tossing him out. I'm not sure there was a reset after that grab.
Where was gold dust again?
Could have emptied. It was in Cape. Got it about 12 minutes ago during the happy 1 hour read off.
Yeah, then I don't think we have seen a cycle by Nath.
There's a letter to Cafe. Not going to be in much interest today. Yeah, Natheirean had the opportunity to sell it and empty that bottle, but did not take it. Dawn of the second day. Curiosity Shop closes. Actually closed at 5 a.m.
That's all lights mask for
And
Reliable.
there's A&M for the Crucial Pink Fairy. Yeah, I mean, Smithy is foolish. You're not really going to need that gold dust for anything. You're not healing Darmani either.
Nope.
Usman's hat and PFE. Though South Clocktown Foolish should disqualify that.
Yep. My line of thinking as well.
Liable working on that pixel shot gets it. Is this the waff? Lens of Truth.
Oh boy.
Huh.
And we know there's another
It
Stray
was
Fairy
not-
in PFS as well. So it leaves only one
Yeah.
other possibility for... Oh wait, two other possibilities for the Wolf. Not being Lens.
It's Shiro. Yeah.
Okay, there are light arrows.
Oh, there are light arrows. That'll simplify things.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, Darmani was eliminated by Mountain Village Foolish. Lens can lock Elder Goron, but not today because of the existence of Hot Spring Water Well. But light arrows. I mean, the funny thing is, if those are the WAF, how do you use them? Potentially, Western Dungeon is ISDT. That'd be the easiest way.
Yeah. Exactly.
We've had that new wave since the start of the seed. It was our starting song. Natheirean looks to continue into PFI. Thinking about eggs, I guess. There's 5 checks here. But with a waft pointing you at Stone Tower Temple, that turtle in Zora Cape suddenly got really interesting.
Indeed. Alright, we do have another big gilded NTF right here. Oh, that's an
This
empty
was Zora
bottle.
locked. It's a bottle. Good thing to have right now. With eggs on the
Absolutely.
mind. It's gilded. We gotta visit. Hookshot chest. I don't believe Great Bay Coast Ledge had anything.
Nope.
Nope.
Just another heart piece.
We did not see an Natheirean grab it. The PF Gossip reminds you it's Wath. Mountain Title Deed in the Hookshot chest. You can turn that in.
Yep. Sora, we do have logical cave access.
And of course I looked away while Natheirean had the bottles on his screen. This is going to be a sore out without checking guard room or the tank chest. He plans on coming back. Now, Reliable, on the other hand, does have 2 bottles. Yeah, that gold dust's in Natheirean's bottle gonna cause him some trouble on eggs. Gonna need another trip. As opposed to Reliable with 2 free bottles. Yeah, Natheirean not as immediately interested in eggs. Yeah, I believe Nath has diverted to try the turtle. Has not been to the Cape Owl yet. Did not take the cringe swim option.
Yep. And he's immediately checking the dungeon entrance.
That's the mountain title deed. Yeah, once the entrance. You have lights in hand, you know Stone Tower Temple is somewhere. I mean, the other possibility is that eggs lead to Elegy, and, you know, the plan is to go up Stone Tower. If that's the case, then that's good news for Reliable, who's more well-positioned on models right now.
Yep. Now, where does the turtle lead
What's
us?
it going to be?
Vanilla!
Great Bay Temple. It is a vanilla Great Bay Temple. It's a valuable find.
Indeed. You do know that there
The
is
trouble
a
is,
pink
there's
fairy
still a-
in GBT right here. And also a yellow fairy.
We've got a pink... Yeah. A pink fairy and a yellow fairy. Those are 2 very promising sets, so we're going to see a clear, I think, from Natheirean. Now, the catch is that we did not find both yellows in Toa Temple, so one of them is on go. One of them is hard locked by fire arrows. And if that Wath and Stone Tower Temple leads us to fire arrows, we've still got to visit STT, one way or another. Now we're going to see how Reliable feels about the eggs in Pirate's Fortress. I mean, the worst case scenario is that ISTT has the captain's hat, which blocks the fires in normal STT.
Oh god! That'd be evil.
I mean, nevertheless, Great Bay Temple was a critical piece of the puzzle. Natheirean's still making good progress here. Yeah, the only Zora Hall check we lose out on... Well, actually, we lose out on Evan, I believe, and we lose out on stage lights. You could still turn in Mountain Title Deed, you could still go to the shop. I mean, we still don't have Blue Fairy intel, but with Pamela as one of the Blue Fairies, it's a more harrowing set. Green Fairies are going to need Lullaby. Don Jarrow
Rock time.
in Great Bay Temple.
And a Camaro's mask.
You know, the West Clocktown Wath is fulfilled. That's for sure.
Yep.
Now, does Natheirean clear Ward here, do you think?
I'm not sure, honestly. I mean, he has GFS, so It's not off the table, at least. And doesn't take ages, but
Yeah, with
okay,
a bomb
it looks
back,
like
GFS
heading for that.
pretty well positioned. Natheirean gonna go for it.
Yeah, I do agree with that in this instance. No fairy on ward though. And Nath decides to soar out.
Yeah, using the GFM for the fairy intel here. He's gonna bail back out.
Ray Fairies Mask really gives you a lot of interesting peeking opportunities with the fairies. I really like that about these settings.
It's one of the most neatest aspects of the settings. I'm a big fan of the mechanic. It's been really entertaining, the sorts of info you can glean with that.
Agreed.
Yeah, no. Reliable's got 2 eggs in hand, is proceeding through the rest of PFI.
Entitled on a god
Rewarded with a
chest.
land title deed. I believe he's passing on tank chest, though. Unless he did it when he came in.
I think he did, yeah, no, it was a brown.
Yeah. Yeah, the Pirates had 2 different deeds. I didn't know they were into real estate, but,
Always a surprise.
I mean, it's not like there's a lot of people sailing the high seas in Termina right now.
Yeah. They're in a minority in that regard.
Yeah, the Pirates don't even have a hook shot to board the turtle. It got shuffled away from them. Yeah, no, Natheirean is continuing through the clear of GPT. And Reliable's entering. I'm not sure Natheirean hit the central green switch.
I don't think he has. Actually.
Man, the only thing it locks is George himself. But we haven't found the temple's pink or the temple's yellow. Here's looks like a small gilded there. Could that be a fairy?
Yep. Probably one of those two. Yep, that's the yellow fairy.
There's the yellow.
Number 4 out of 5.
And we're 1 away from the yellow set. That is
Last
just
one
going to
being
require
locked by
fire
those
arrows
fire
and trip to
arrows.
goat. No, Seesaw Room Barrel. This is
That's a
not
blue
fire
fairy.
arrow locked. It's a blue fairy. Wow. Great Bay Temple required. Fairies of 3 different colors.
No way avoiding that dungeon.
Reliable dialing in a double. Yeah. We have to take a fireless approach to the Seesaw Room. Natheirean showing us how it's done.
Yeah, but definitely no activated green pipe.
Look at that empty magic meter for Reliable.
And also opting
Also
to
taking
sprout.
advantage of fairy intel to avoid engaging ward. Odds are that could be okay. There is a nightmare scenario where it has a captain's hat with elegy behind it.
Reliable opting to bail.
And walking out entirely.
After the first half of GBT.
Well, Apple's going to miss out on the deep fairies, but is going to get the fairy intel. The one in the water wheel room, no, that was actually not fire elect. You need ice arrows logically in there, but not fires. I mean, we have mirror shield, so fire arrows like a song there. These clock towns, Aura Hall, Great Bay Temple, Iconic Canyon. Iconic Canyon. Yep, we know that blue.
It's right on Pamela's father's face. Technically.
Yeah, indeed. There's a blue on East Clocktown. That could be Town Archery. That could be Couples Mass. That could be a Roman Bar. Blue set
As
is
long as
not a
not a-
pretty set right now.
Yeah. That is true.
Looks like George is going to give us a pink fairy.
He sure is.
Yeah, Honey and Darling is sometimes hinted dead. And
Right, George has been turned into sushi.
yeah, we have not seen Baby Zoras. We have seen
Pink fairy.
the monkey. Yep, that was the pink fairy on George, just as predicted. Yeah. Eggs, grave, egos. That's the set. Yeah, Reliable's gonna take a break to dance. This is gonna take the better part of a minute. I mean, there's still a captain's hat unaccounted for. That's the wild card in this situation, but I mean, yeah. Odds are Eggs has Goron or Elegy, and that's going to be a dungeon. You're really hoping to find that STT entrance, and behind Eggs is a great place to find it. If it's not behind Eggs, it's got to be behind Captains. I mean, unless there's a situation where we're looking for fires and Stone Tower Temple has Captains, but I don't think the hints are pointing us in that direction. It's not like we have any fairies in Woodfall Temple.
Nope. Okay, fairy is
Yeah,
in
alright.
archery.
It's gonna be a blue pickup for Reliable. The trouble with a blue pursuit here is that you still need storms for Pamela. And the way to do get storms, song checks. So yeah, Town Archery is not a song check.
Nope.
Would be helpful, but I mean, there's a crazy line of play where one of the fairy sets gives us Goat's Remains, but no, even so, you still need fires to melt Goat. There's no way around that.
Oh.
So no, not really a crazy line. Alright, now Natheirean has 2 bottles. Could head to Pinnacle Rock or back to PFI to secure Baby Zoras. There's Reliable's blue.
Yep, and PR for Nath.
Is this Reliable very briefly using that Romani's Mask, remembering that that's not going to lead to anything. Sound check is junked in Blitz.
Yeah, but probably wanted to check if a Roman Bar would have a ferry.
I think the only fairy left we don't know anything about is the 5th Snowhead Fairy. There's a green out there somewhere.
Very lonesome green at that.
Alright. Now Reliable's chasing eggs. Nath's freed up a bottle, so Nath will be first to the egg song. Has also fully cleared Great Bay Temple, has its fairies in hand. And Natheirean has done a fine job, attacking those fairies, attacking those song checks. Keeping their options open. The key to fairy hunt endgames really is flexibility, particularly with these dungeon shuffles in the mix. You don't know what your best sets are going to be. We strongly suspect it's going to be pink and yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best case for Reliable right now is if this turns out to be Lullaby, and the northern dungeon is Woodfall Temple. Nothing in PR but these eggs. I mean, there's not a lot left unhinted. Just a captain's hat or maybe a fire arrow somewhere around that might throw a spanner in the works. And a last green fairy. But beyond that, it's up to songs and dungeons. That is what so many fairy hunt endgames come down to, songs and dungeons. And our song, Lullaby.
Okay. We'll finally get our knowledge about Last Green Fairy.
Yeah. Greens are on the table as a viable option. And Reliable's trip to the well puts them ahead on that front. Of course, if the northern dungeon is Inverted Stone Tower Temple, that's great news for everybody. But particularly Nav, who is in the lead, that'll help preserve his lead. I mean, it would be an easy way for Stone Tower Temple to be WAF if it was the Northern Dungeon and fires were there, because that does lock a song. And it's guaranteed to either lock Pamela or an entire dungeon, plus Inverted Stone Tower Temple. Alright, this is Natheirean cleaning up that pink fairy from the Postman's game. Has to do it this way, due to the narrow accessibility of this check.
Small time frame. Just on day 1. Unless you also have Cafe's Letter.
Right. And there's Lullaby. Now, Reliable saved some time. He did pick up that pink from the postman early on. Still gonna cycle. I mean, yeah, our PFS WAF was Light Arrows and Lens of Truth. Imagine if Shiro has something.
True.
Alright, yeah, Reliable. Also thinking about Grandma's Stories, this is gonna have a pink. Yeah, our runners have pink and yellow on the brain. Yeah, Captain on Shiro for LG for Vanilla STT. Now, the trouble with Reliable is that Reliable lacks the GPT ping, because that's all the way on George.
Yeah. That will take a while to get.
You know, and GPT has a late yellow, too. I mean, the best path I see for Reliable right now is finishing greens. Greens have George's remains, and that allows a rush of George for pinks, which would be a heck of a way to shortcut Great Bay Temple.
Yep.
Frog behind Couple's Mask. Yeah, the only way that pays out is if that has captains or fires, and that was not it. I mean, I guess I could have had last green, but yeah, no. Natheirean has the full pink set, can claim the remains right now. Yeah, did
sure,
Reliable
Reliable never
actually
got
peek the hideout?
hideout.
You know, he was side-hopping past it. We were wondering if he had peeked it. That he left hideout B.
And you should know that it's a small gilded. Oh, that's gold remains on
If
pings.
he saw it. Yeah, if he saw it or not. Truthfully, I don't know if he saw it. You know, and if that's the case, if pink gets isolated that way, then a green-yellow set is the only reasonable out for Reliable now. Yeah. Natheirean
Yeah, you need
pressing
fires for the goat fight.
Natheirean doing lensless?
Again.
What's on lensless? Mountain Village is foolish. Natheirean already secured Elder Goron's song. I mean, Smithy's foolish too.
What's the line
I
of thinking behind it?
don't see the foolishes on Natheirean's tracker. I mean, it might be that lens of truth in the WAF sewer.
Okay, where's the last green? In Stone Tower.
Stone Tower.
So we need Elegy for that.
We're not getting around LG. No.
Nope.
Sure, we're getting around it. Maybe if fires are in ISTT here. Yeah. Turns out Macau had the right idea, keeping a bean in his heart.
ISTT in Snowhead Temple
And it's
entrance.
ISTT. Yeah. Natheirean is... This is a goat melt attempt.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a weekly in the run-up to Blitz Season 2 where, there were remain shenanigans involving goat, and several of the runners tried to melt goat with hot spring water, and they learned that, no, that doesn't work. And this is going to be a tough finding for Natheirean in the grand finals. At least has to remains, which will save some time.
Once you get the virus.
Maybe that's what encouraged this line of play. Right. Reliable is first to ISTT. He needs to make up some time. This is a great way to do it. I think over a little over an hour of tournament time, maybe exactly an hour of tournament time, is the heat clock on hot spring water. Finds out it doesn't work, bails. It stings, but mentally you got to keep your head in the game here.
Yeah.
This
That's
is a very
Captain's
late game,
Hat.
and there's Captain's Hat. Whoa.
All right.
Captain's Hat. Reliable still on day 2,
And
keeping that
Reliable
option
deciding
open.
to bail. To go chase the song on Graveyard,
Is this a
I assume.
reclimb?
Uh-oh.
Natheirean thought it was a misdrop.
Oh no.
That's gonna be another couple minutes down the drain. That's painful. That's painful. When you're sitting in the hot seat and you make a mistake like that, it's tough, especially if you make it twice. Last night I tried to do seahorses with Great Bay Temple Clear, and turns out Fisherman Game will not hand you the seahorse. Or Fisherman will not hand you the seahorse because he's busy at the Fisherman's Game.
Ooh,
Granted that those aren't Blitz settings and we don't worry about seahorses here, but
I see.
this is just one of those more obscure MMR facts that is stinging Nath right now. I'm not sure Combo Rando implements it either. Like, I think you'd have to change the game's code some to make Hot Spring Water work on Goat. And though randomizers are no stranger to changing the game's code, I'm not sure that was on the list. Alright, Reliable. Getting the day 2 to day 1 rule jump here. Does have a bomb back at hand, could just do the recall. Does not have a stick though, and that's going to be a problem.
Yep.
Oh. And it was an upper Icona too, just did not have a stick, and without fires, you need a stick. I would think changing the hot spring water behavior on Goat is such a corner case issue. It only comes up with these sorts of remain shenanigans and dungeon shuffles that escapes the notice of the randomizer developers. Zora was in Snowhead Temple. The Icicle Room chest, I believe.
Yeah, not getting really close to just ensure that it actually drops, but
Tries to drop, doesn't get it. He's going to try somewhere else. Thinks it's a hitbox issue. And no. Alright. Really tough break from Natheirean.
yep.
He's going to have to let that idea go and get his head back in the game. Still has the full Great Bay Temple clear in his hands. Still a significant advantage in this race.
Going back to Mountain Village.
But we're approaching the 150 mark. This is when Blitz, start finishing up. There have been a lot that have been quicker than this, actually. All right, yeah.
Okay, now
Soars the Mountain
Soaring
Village.
Snowhead has let go of that idea.
All right, and where does that Stone Tower Temple Captain's Hat lead? Potential Waff.
LG.
LG.
All right.
I mean, that's what's got to essentially confirm it at this point.
Green completion for Reliable on the table.
Yeah, I mean, there's the green set. And Reliable soaring to Southern Swamp. This must be a bean purchase.
Yep.
With the graveyard taken care of, no real obstacles preventing a double to Final Night.
Might just be looking for green and pinks, yeah. Getting the green in Stone Tower and going GBT afterwards would be my guess.
Yeah, they're accessible to Natheirean, to Reliable. Reliable's got to remember that hideout chest, and he's either got to get all the way through GBT, or potentially claim greens, get a possible George's Remains off of the Green Fountain, and then commit to that skip to George. There's a bean. Natheirean officially in final hours. Gonna have to cycle to claim that elegy, methinks. Natheirean Reliable gonna commit to GBT.
Okay. Already has the first half done. So just needs to flip the water direction. Yeah, Pink Rush into Stone Tower climb.
And this is going to be... Yeah. It has been here before. Bailed out at Wart, which looks to be a correct bail. Imagine if Wart had fires. Of course, I don't think Wart could have fires, because that would be a... That would be a pink and yellow full set without having to visit Stone Tower Temple.
Yeah.
If I'm counting correctly. Yeah, Wart can have fires. Yeah, with Elegy being Waff, probable Waff behind the Captain's Hat. Yeah, you think it's... I mean, if that's not it, then fires have to be in Stone, ISTT.
Yep. I guess fires could also still be an uninverted.
That's true. If Elegy is the Waff, then Elegy could walk fires that way. Heck, we could have fires in Woodfall Temple. Wouldn't that be
True.
no? mean, we know Fire's locked the blue set because of Pamela. Storms is on Egos. Fire's locked the yellow set. Fire's logically lock pinks as well. So yeah, fires are waffable. Alright. This is going to be the crucial check for Natheirean.
Getting the cut insert.
I would be hard-pressed to imagine Nath proceeding to twin mold.
Yep.
He's going to continue. No, yeah, no, Natheirean, Reliable still has to climb Stone Tower. Has the bottle in hand to do it. Or has the bean in hand to do it. I'm not sure he has the water.
I definitely picked up spring water
Not the
and Swan.
spare bottles to skip the water. And Reliable has been here. Just has to turn some keys. Take care of the late checks. Here's Twin Mold. FD is in hand, that's going to help. After Reliable clears this, there is still the one last looming question of the hideout chest. Side hopped past it, might not have peeked it.
As long as he hasn't totally forgotten about the hideout chest, he should be able to deduce that it's the last ping. It's one worm down.
Blue Twin Mold down for Natheirean.
Reliable is soaring.
This is soar from...
Okay, no.
Bails out. Or bails out on bailing out. That's a good call.
I was very worried for a second.
Okay, Reliable should know. Gotta commit to George now. There's Twin Mold down.
Oh, just a bottle on the heart container.
Chateau Romani. I mean, Nav's gonna pass on it. Has to cycle anyway to go visit Graveyard. I mean, here's Springtime,
That was
but
just milk.
Springtime checks are junked. Oh, it was just milk. Even worse.
Not the premium one.
Alright. Natheirean back to Snowhead. I'm not sure what's left here. Didn't Natheirean full clear eyes, TT?
Looks like going for the Green Fairy knowledge.
Oh, didn't get the intel.
Nope.
Well, now knows about Stone Tower. Beneath the Well was hinted by a sometimes hint.
Yep, and has to
And now we're
cycle
getting the Song of Time. So Natheirean's path to victory. Claim the elegy, use it to find fires. Reliable's path to victory. Climb stone tower. Get the green on the bean chest. Remember that pink on the hideout. Turn the sets in. Go beat up Majora. You do not want to accidentally run into the warp there.
Nope. Absolutely not.
Secures the pink. Reliable keeps his footing. And we have a race. Natheirean trying to deco skip across the river. Interference from McGuay.
Now, going for the bomb recoil flip.
Gets it. Here's the stone tower climb.
Quarterfinal green fairy.
Yeah. Reliable is past midnight, has more than enough time on the clock.
Even without inverting.
No. Well, Reliable's win condition is pinks and greens. It's just that pink was the deepest in the Great Bay Temple. I mean, they were all deep in Great Bay Temple. All behind ice arrows. I mean, ice arrows were pretty freely given, to be fair.
Yeah. It was pretty much the first big Gilda that Reliable even opened. That chest contained ice arrows in the TF South Grotto.
Now, of course, Natheirean does need fires to complete yellows. Yeah. Happy 2 hours, by the way.
Oh yeah, happy
If
2
you're
hours.
tuning in now to MMR and ZSR, this is one heck of a Blitz Season 2 finale. Natheirean on the left, Reliable on the right. 2 different fairy sets they're collecting. Can they close the deal? I'm Fifth Whammy, here with Cube David. Thanks to our tracking staff, Bucky and Quesadilla. Thanks to Saber for restreaming. Thanks to you for watching. Let's get back to our show.
Absolutely. I've had to get back to get a stick from the Graveyard Grotto. Also went into Beneath the Grave without one. At least that unites all
There's-
runners.
Imagine if the fires are on bean chests.
Oh
right
my god.
there. I mean, Reliable isn't even opening them.
Not bothering even.
I mean, imagine if it was. That'd be good news for Natheirean, who avoids the search of uninverted Stone Tower Temple and Woodfall Temple. Does
Yep, and
Reliable
that's
remember?
Reliable rushing for
Reliable does
hideout
remember. There's LG for Natheirean, but Reliable has time of day. Reliable remembers the last pink. And finally, 2 sets for Reliable.
Pink fairy.
Just as the tournament has time of day. Has
Yep.
6 hearts and double defense. Has Pierce Deity's Mask.
Yeah,
We start with
there's
open these
basically
settings.
no way of dying to Majora at this stage.
What an incredible turn of events, and this is not the first one we've had throughout the Blitz tournament. Natheirean had the Great Bay Temple lead, just a goat away from the tournament. But alas, the hot spring water does not get the job done. And Reliable finds another way.
Bottling up some water as well.
Yeah, when the time came for hot spring water from the well, Natheirean got it from the Goron graveyard. Reliable did the old-fashioned way, went through, picked up that green from well left path, and lo and behold, the songs and the dungeons fell out in such a way that green is going to make the difference. Now, Natheirean is in Road to Southern Swamp.
Getting some money, it seems.
Well, I mean, you want a bean. Maybe thinking of buying more beans in case Well. Of course, Well is not locked behind Elegy, though.
Yeah. Still needs to get through well for the green fairies. If Nat decides to go for them.
Is this late thinking about Bank? Because I don't think Natheirean ever claimed Bank.
Yeah, no, he never did. Which is wild, but...
Oh. Maybe getting 100 for the blue potion.
Oh, right. So, needs that as well. We forgot about that.
Yes, because Natheirean knows the green set and knows the green set is clearable. Is going to set, is settling on a pink-green set. Just going to take that instead of hunting for fires.
Yep, unfortunately for him, Reliable got the job done quicker. Has head into Majora.
Hot spring water on good, everybody. It doesn't work. That was the fact, and an obscure fact makes the difference here.
Yep. Nath had to learn the hard way.
Yeah. Reliable's bail on GBT prevents him from even having to consider that line. Of course, the Natheirean would still have to navigate well to clear green, so the gap is a little larger here than just what the clock indicates.
Yep.
But yeah, an astounding run for Real Reliable. Does not drop a game. GG. Oh no, not GG. Is that GG? Yeah, that is GG.
Yeah. GG's to Reliable. And congrats on the championship of Blitz Season 2.
What an ending. What an ending. What a tournament. And
Indeed.
Natheirean going to stop here. Yeah, I mean, Reliable's been having some really fine showings. One of the top seasons, Season 6. Was one of the top teams in the multi-world tournament earlier this year. And now has their first tournament. What a way to do it. We'll see if either of them come into the interview room.
See Nath in the waiting room.
Hi.
Hello, Nath. GG's.
So today I've learned that spring water does not melt goat.
Yeah, learned the hard way.
Never
Hello.
fought
Welcome,
before.
Reliable.
Hey. What happened? Can I ask? First things first.
So- so I thought that hot spring water could melt goat.
Oh.
So I went once with one bottle, and I thought I just missed, because like the hitbox is probably weird. I soar out, I get 2 more bottles to try again, and then miss again. So I basically lost an entire like 6 to 8 minute cycle of like final hours there trying to do that. So
Oh, so that was your go mode dungeon? Or like the
I
ferry
mean, I
from
wasn't go at
Goat?
the end. I was climbing Stone Tower, like 9 o'clock final hours. So
Did
I
you
had
find fire arrows?
nope, I was gonna do
Nope.
the snow adventure.
Never got them. Yeah.
It's
I
probably
just did
in
a-
Stone Tower somewhere, like one of the 2 dungeons there.
Yeah, I dipped immediately after I got my captain's head.
Yeah, I did Twin Mold. My PV
Oh.
Fires is there, and like that's then because then I could have finished the same cycle.
If I lose once to Stone Tower, I can't do it again, right? I had to skip it again. There's no way I'm doing more. I was hoping it's elegy because that was go mode.
Yeah, I did Twin Mold because I was already in final hours, so I kind of just had to take the chance. There's no reason to reset, and then like it could have been storms there, and then like and you're really suffering.
Yeah, and if I did get storms from Graveyard, I would have been sad because, yes, I can get the ferry from Pamela, but then I'm still missing fire arrows to finish the seed. So that was a gamble. I had to leave in hopes fire arrows aren't waiting for me in Stone Tower. And I did so weird things. Like I waited with my axe in my inventory and I almost Song of Time too. With my axe. Like I didn't want that song for real. Like oh
This seed has sucked in many
It-
ways.
yes, it made me stress so much because every decision felt wrong. I don't know why.
I mean, I assume we both kind of did everything. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I full cleared Snow
yeah.
Ed,
I
full
mean,
cleared
linear
Great
start
Bay.
down south, and
Excuse me, F5?
required well hot spring water. So this is all really.
Oh yeah, it was logical freaking well hot spring water.
I mean, I could have climbed without hot spring water from there, but I just didn't.
That's what I did. I did Lensless Climb and then got.
I got confused a lot of times. Like I went places and then I stood there and didn't even know why. That happened around the time I wanted to get hot spring water from bottom of the well.
Yeah.
And then there was the ferry too.
I considered doing it after getting Goron too, and if I did, man, it would have been in such a good spot. But like, it felt so bad to do that out of logic.
Yes. I believe that. That's why I didn't do it. I just went immediately for bottom of the well because luck on my side, there could have been the ferry, and it was. So that paid off.
Yeah, well, well left was hinted the ferry.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I wanted the ferry. So there was no RNG involved in that one. I didn't have enough money to get 5 beans, or else I would have done right side as well. Because maybe there's fire arrows, I guess. Could be.
No, I don't think it can. I think LG has to lock fire arrows somehow.
Hmm.
It has to be up Stone Tower
That was what I was
somewhere.
thinking from the booth too. Yeah, like we didn't know if it was captains or fires in Stone Tower. Then we were thinking it was going to be fires, but it turns out to be captains. It was a pretty bonkers endgame. I mean, a lot of hints out there, but still enough ambiguity that you couldn't really pin it down. You know, the lullaby on Baby Zora's put greens back into play.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like I said, like the
Real
issue I
mind-boggling,
ran
that
into
one.
has never come up before because I have never played with Shuffle Remains. So that's good to know if this is ever a staple for some reason in the future. So you cannot do that
Never bring your hot spring water to Goat. He doesn't drink it.
because I've had that idea in the past. I'm like, okay, well it wasn't Ghost
Yeah.
Remains, I can't try it. But like, of course, like the time I run into it's like the final match of everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very
no.
unfortunate time
Yeah,
to
there was
learn
the.
that.
It's just weird that it treats
It's
it. I guess
rare
it's
to come up to.
tied
There
to
was
a
a
cutscene, so it
preseason
must treat
weekly
it
where we had
differently.
it. Yeah, it's some sort of special behavior. We had it happen in a preseason weekly, which
Ah.
kind of presented that possibility. But yeah, you don't stumble upon it often. So
Because usually you
yeah,
can't get ghost
really
remains
obscure
without
stuff.
killing goat.
I realized I could have saved
usually
a
we
lot
don't
of
have to
time.
consider the.
I'm sorry, yeah.
Yeah, usually we don't consider the fireless goat case, but now we do. Yeah, you
I
consider
have
it
to hop early because I'm helping commentate the SGL match. So
Ah, right.
thank you
Good
for
luck
now.
with that
the
one.
That's getting
restream.
started very soon.
Today, I think in 2 minutes or so. Yeah. So thanks for the
Yeah.
restream. GG's reliable. Good third game. I wish I
GG,
didn't
Nath.
stumble or something, but it's what it is. If it's a way to lose, it's something I learned about the game. So
Yeah,
and
that's the way to do
Well,
it.
GG Nav.
yeah, thanks, and I'll see you all around.
Yeah, thank you for your excellent showing in this tournament. See you all around.
I'm leaving
And
too.
as for you,
Asking?
Reliable, how does it feel to be the champion of an war tournament?
I gotta say, after my last match against Nav, where I lost to Stone Tower Temple because I didn't full clear, it felt further away than before. Because I had such a good time in the tournament until that point, and then, yeah, it feels pretty good. Let's put it that way. I'm very happy about it. Yeah, a little shaky. So words are not coming as easy right now. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
That's fair. That's fair. Congratulations. Done in dominating fashion with scintillating execution. I think that was one of the most beautiful Poets I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
was,
I had to do it, right? Ice Arrow Waff. Oh, can I just say something?
Yeah.
David probably knows this, because the moment I got ice arrows in Termina Field, I was tempted to just put Termina Field Waff in my tracker and put ice arrows, because that's what's happened all the time.
The funny thing is, I said that
And it did
immediately
happen.
after you found ice arrows.
Yeah, it's just a classic.
I already knew.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. And then 2 trees later, oh, Termina Field Waff, I guess.
Yeah.
Ice Arrow logic has been such a big deal this season, so yeah, we were not surprised. And we could even hard confirm it near the end, because all the fairies in GPT were late. Late,
I
had to
mean-
dig deep into GPT for all of this.
I could have saved a lot of time if I did climb Stone Tower before GBT, because then I had Georg's Remain and could have gambled it on Georg. So I didn't have to do GBT at all. That would have been nice.
We were wondering if that would come up.
Yeah, I was
if that would
thinking
come up
about
off
it.
of green.
Yeah, I realized too
Because,
late.
Natheirean had gotten there. Yeah, Natheirean had committed to GPT a while back. And
Full clear?
yeah,
I should have done
Yeah,
the same,
we've
yeah.
gotten there, like-
Ah, well.
well, it worked out. It worked
Somehow,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, you both did eggs, and actually roughly around the same time. You just happened to invest more in Clocktown early, and Natheirean made those investments later.
Yeah.
And it was
I do
really
it all the
late
time.
for Natheirean because, yeah, he went south first, and the early game here was just linear as heck. You're going south, like it or not. You got your bow there. You got
Bombs.
you got bombs there. You have
Yeah.
your first bottle there.
I didn't believe in Deku.
And then
I
things
should
open
have
up a bit.
believed. I don't like these starts to seeds where you get a Deku mask and you're mentally forced to go swamp. I don't like that. I don't know. I would like to do things like
Yeah.
North Clocktown minigame with Deku and be like, that's where my progression's gonna lie. Yeah. Nah, just go swamp. Okay. I hate it. Not a big fan of swamp.
Yeah. The whole swamp routine is one of the most common and inflexible early game situations. You got your Deku, you're doing your palace, you're going up the Woodfall. That's just how it goes.
It's really dense, yeah, but I didn't want to go with no bottle. That's a thing in my head. But when you go Mystery Woods and you get it filled up with the potion already, like, okay. That's unfortunate. I should have gone earlier. But at least I didn't have to think about my Clocktown stuff later. That gives me free time to think. And I have to check my tracker constantly with all the fairies and be like, a new item, maybe I'm in go mode already. And yeah, it's the season made a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was a very good season. Probably my favorite season so far in Majora's Mask.
It was a neat season. There's nothing quite like a fairy hunt end game from the runner's perspective, from the combo perspective.
Yeah, the
It
table
is
can
very
turn so
exciting.
quickly.
Really. I know that it really pushes your check knowledge, your logic knowledge. It's, wafts can help sometimes. 3 fairies of different colors behind a waff item. Heck of a puzzle, really.
It made me hate Swamp Title did, because that item was almost every single time important for no reason. And I didn't get it, mostly. And today I get it and it's nothing. Yeah. My experience with MMR, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Go figure.
Okay.
Yeah, at least Tingle had it on the way, right?
Yes, yeah. It was on the way, but I didn't get it from that Tingle. I got it somewhere else, and when I checked the tracker where I got it from, I was like, yeah, I could have gotten it on the way here. Like,
Oh yeah,
all
you
these
got it from
small
Ranch
things.
Map Purchase.
Yeah. It was like all these small things where you see time improvement or where it could have gone better. Very stressful seed. Yeah. I think that's all I have to say about the seed. I'm just happy right now, and I'm really glad it's over. I was so nervous about the final. I can finally relax, and go into the next tournament.
Yep.
Yep.
I know.
I've seen an
Busy year.
interesting tournament coming up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you should know what it is.
I should.
That's something new.
I?
Yeah, well, there's something new in there where I'm excited to see how it goes. It is
I am
official,
too,
right?
Reliable.
We could talk about it. Yeah. I think
it's officially coming. I don't know of the exact schedule for Mystery Season 2, but we're going to try and get it running pretty quickly. So I wouldn't be surprised if it kicks off in July.
That's exciting. Yeah, that's really good. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. I'm biased.
Yeah,
but...
Thanks for putting in the work for that.
My pleasure, Reliable. My pleasure. And I'm looking forward to see everybody enjoy it. But yeah, I mean, your performance did a lot of speaking for itself, really, but we really appreciate you coming in and giving insight and, celebrating your victory, because you've earned it. Congratulations, and we'll see you around.
Yes. Okay. Thanks for having me, and have a wonderful time zone, everybody. Goodbye.
You too. Thanks for coming in.
Bye-bye.
And I think we're going to read us out. Nice debut, Cube David. Well done. What a way to do it.
I had an
See you
awesome
in the combos some more.
Of course.
Oh,
Tell me through.
thank you. Thanks to our volunteers today and to everybody who puts this together. I'm, Fifth Whammy signing off. And if you want to take it away, Saber.
All right. GG's again to the racers. That was a pretty good race, and thanks to our volunteers for getting this thing going. But that's going to be it for us here at Zelda Speedruns. Keep an eye on the schedule for any MMR in the future. As we mentioned, there's a mystery tournament coming soon, TM. But everyone have a great Saturday, and we'll see you next time.